Jenny does this funny little series about why you should marry a Mormon. I disagree. I believe you should marry an ex-Mormon because this is what I come home to. And she gets to have fun. We drink coffee, have a little social drinking, watch R-rated movies, all those kinds of fun things.
I can wear a bikini.
I said X-rated movies?
I hope you said R.
I think I said X-rated. I think you'll have to take that out.
Okay, yeah. That light's probably... Okay, just stand, lean against the wall. And just...
You want the pantry open?
Yeah, that's fine. Just look lurky. Can you touch your toothpick? Okay, now just approach and do the neck hook. Look, hold on. Here's your directions. Look bored, no smiling, and then after you've done the neck hook, kind of just stand up, okay? Go. Action. Boom. I'll mention this at the end too, but in case you don't stick around, I spent my whole life cooking everything from scratch all the time. I was born in 1974, and the Mormon prophet commanded people to have gardens, and we had a 2-year supply of food, which meant that we had tons of wheat and beans and flour and things that weren't just instantly microwavable. So I grew up with a mom who taught me how to cook everything from scratch. I know this was not typical even in the generation that I was growing up in. There were TV dinners and ready-made food galore. When I went to my friends' houses, they all had sliced bread in bags, which was so weird to me. I don't know if I ever ate sliced bread as a kid growing up. And it's interesting to me now as an adult that some of those healthy living, like everything from scratch ideologies are really classist. Eating farm-to-table, organic, wholesome meals is a lot more expensive today than just buying a frozen lasagna at Costco. So when we see families like Ballerina Farm and Nara Smith eating like this every single day of their lives, that healthy homemade food that they're whipping up is a mark of the bourgeoisie at this point in America. And then there's the fact that even having the luxury to cook everything from scratch is another sign of wealth and privilege. When I was a Mormon tradwife, my husband made a ton of money, which is exactly what afforded me the time to stay home and keep our $1 million houses clean and decorated and keep the kids happy and cook all this homemade food. The interesting thing to me now as a 50-year-old grandma is that what was privilege at the time was also a very temporary privilege. Because when I lost my faith and stepped away from the church and the community that should have been my safety net and was then abandoned by my husband after 24 years of marriage, my unpaid labor didn't get me anywhere in life. I've never paid into Social Security, I have no retirement, I had no savings, no credit, 0 credit. So as a displaced homemaker, I had absolutely no way to support myself. And I think that right now, as we discuss women's and families' roles in society, especially as we go into this new administration, I think that there is a path forward for success and happiness without having to go backwards. The conversations that I hear from thousands and thousands of people around the world is a very one or the other, very black or white, choice A, choice B type of mentality. Either we're all tradwives in the kitchen with no retirement, no income of our own, financially dependent on our husbands like the 1950s, or we're the, air quotes here, crazy cat ladies. Well, I'm personally a new type of feminist. I'm none of the above, and maybe a little bit of all of the above. And I think that that right there is the sweet spot, which is what I teach in my Man Proof Your Life programs. It's about shared household responsibilities and shared financial responsibilities. It's about finding a balance. So I certainly don't do this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like I literally did as a Mormon wife for 24 years and the, years of childhood prior to that. I'm responsible for dinner only twice a week, and I will do an occasional breakfast. The rest of the time, I'm working, I'm providing for my family. And I guess tonight I had my cake and ate it too, because I will make money from AdSense from video views on this video. Not the millions that Hannah and Nora make, but a little bit. So I'm feeding my family and feeding my bank account here, which I think really is the new era of feminism. The kitchen is such a disaster. Oh my gosh. You want to give me the Last Kingdom theme song? I'm not mic'd, but I just wanted to take a minute to say that I used to do this every single day as a wife and mom for a big Mormon family of 5 kids, and I only cook twice a week now. It's 7:35. The fatigue is setting in. I cannot believe the amount of dishes for just, homemade bread, the soup, salad. These women like Hannah and Nara on TV that are showing making everything from scratch, they don't show you the fatigue. They don't show you behind the cameras. I never did. I had a healthy living blog where I taught recipes for a decade, and you saw the camera angles that I wanted people to see. I'm so tired from chopping potatoes and stuff that like my shoulder blades are spasming. Thank you for cleaning up, sweetheart. I'm too tired to even go get my mic, but I wanted to end with this. A couple months ago, we were shooting a documentary for a French television show, and we were talking about my kids' former life with this mom who did everything. And one of my kids said that what they remember from that magical life with all the homemade food and all this stuff was that they wished that I would play with them, that I would just buy some Subway sandwiches and just sit down with the Legos. That's what my children were thinking while I was in the kitchen preparing all the homemade food every night. So now as a 50-year-old, still mom and grandma, it's all about balance. I can do this twice a week and that's it.